I am 1000% going to need some G Fuel for this one. Use code Philion at checkout to save some money on G Fuel. You'll get 10% off, but on the weekends, they boost the code to 30%. Blue Splash, delish. I'm going to be honest with you guys, just straight up, I don't think I have the iron willpower or sheer grit that it takes to make a dedicated Gary Vee video that covers all of his antics. The idea of me sitting down and sifting through hundreds and thousands of high-octane Instagram stories and TikTok videos of an angry social media goblin peddling hustle porn doesn't sound romantic to me, especially when they tell me to picture my loved ones getting shot, because that will make me work harder.
Once a day, genuinely sit there for 5 minutes and make pretend one of them got shot in the face.
I'm gonna make it real easy for you guys, right? Picture me as like the table of contents when it comes to Gary Vee stuff. If you want to watch a video of hard-hitting, valid criticisms and why I don't really enjoy Gary Vee's content or his whole persona on social media, watch this video. If you want to laugh your ass off, watch TMG podcast highlights or any of these videos. And if you want to keep up to date in real time what Gary Vee is up to, a bunch of other commentary channels are covering him as we speak. I'm making this video because nobody is talking about this. Meanwhile, it's right in front of our faces. So what are we talking about today? Market manipulation in the NFT space. Kill me now. The term NFT stands for I have no fucking time to entertain this. I would rather raw dog a beehive than talk about NFTs, let alone Gary Vee. I have books to read, movies to watch, and video games to play instead of me covering a guy who justifies why he swallows every piece of gum he's ever chewed.
I don't think it's fucking amazing. It's just the truth. I think it's efficiency. I don't think I want to give up the 100th of a second putting in a napkin. Just swallow that shit.
Let's talk about NFTs for a second. Actually, what do I think of them? My opinion is that they are the most cancerous JPEG files to ever plague social media. Not because I don't believe in the technology, but because they are only peddled by extremely rich people designed to make them richer while you're sitting there holding the equivalent of SpongeBob's bag of wind.
What's in here?
Nothing. Zilch. Zero. You guys get nothing out of this. The NFT market is an unregulated space being abused by people in power with a lot of resources where fraud, money laundering, and pump and dump schemes are running rampant. But Philion, the high art industry, is the same thing. Rich people use it to launder money and avoid taxes. Yeah, but here's the difference. There's a disconnect between me and the high art galleries, right? I don't go to the middle of Manhattan and bid on a stupid piece of art for $80 million, right? There's a disconnect. I don't see that on my daily life. Instead, I see every influencer under the sun with no grain of integrity buying every fucking NFT, pushing it down their audience's throat, and it's in our face.
I believe in this project. These JPEG files are paving the way for the future. This community is the best.
What do you have to talk about? Why is there a community around these pictures? You like the way it looks? Cool, buy it.
I really like the crypto cock you bought. Did you get the randomly generated ball hair?
To anyone calling me a hater, when you're showing me your glorified doodle on a Starbucks napkin by posting it on social media and telling people this is the future and that I should potentially invest in this, I have every right to criticize your project, especially when these influencers, if you want to call them that, with no inkling of integrity, don't have your best interest at mind. You see, when you have a lot of resources and you have the tools of social media at your disposal, you're able to create more resources for yourself at the expense of others. We're about to jump into a video describing blatant market manipulation on so many different levels. The problem is this space is unregulated and nobody is holding these people accountable. So years from now, will this matter? I don't know. We're just here to document it.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys will probably see on his Twitter that he bought a bunch of CryptoPunks at the same time, right? When Gary pulled us in that call.
For context, CryptoPunks are an NFT project. They're just JPEG 8-bit pictures, right, of different looking people, and they're selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens to hundreds of Ethereum.
Just out of nowhere, just calls me, and he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be the best decision of your life. Just get in. I was like, okay. Yeah. So there's like all these like very successful people in this call. And Gary's just like, everyone shut the fuck up. Here's what you're going to do, and you're going to do it right now. You're all going to buy a bunch of CryptoPunks.
So Jimmy, or Mr. Beast, just beautifully painted the picture for us. Gary Vee called up 30 heavy hitters, as Logan likes to say. Big wallets, absolute whales. They got a ton of money, a lot of power, a lot of resources. All in one call. Gary Vee says, CryptoPunks, an NFT project, is going to be the next biggest thing. How do I know that? Because all of us are going to make it the next biggest thing. If we all band together and buy them, create a monopoly, the price has only one option. It's gonna go up. And what do you think happened? Now we're sitting in the biggest, dumbest bubble ever, and we're all sitting on the sidelines, scratching our ball sack, trying to fathom what's going on.
CryptoPunks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook. Where all of us were like, okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
judging. I'm texting Logan. And
He's
I'm like, Gary lost his mind.
Bro, all of us were like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary was right again.
Are you guys hearing the words like coming out of this man's mouth? They're laughing about market manipulation. This is a crime if this was stocks, right? Securities. This is not allowed for multiple reasons.
I like 8 of them, and they did pretty good.
And any zingers? Any like real special ones?
I had some that like whatever 20, 30x.
What?
20 to 30x his money on a JPEG created by a bubble of other rich people, probably just laundering their money, wash trading, artificially pumping this bullshit.
On to the next thing.
I bought a bunch of, so then I rolled the money into VeeFriends because Gary, same thing, called me. He's like, VeeFriends. I was like, I don't fucking know, but last time I made money, sure.
Mr. Beast just said he rolled the profits from the CryptoPunk gig into VeeFriends, which is Gary Vee's flagship NFT project.
Ask you guys a question. When Gary does that call with all these billionaires and 8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a
Like,
lot.
dude, he has all these
I think about
billionaire
that a
market
lot.
makers in the thing.
think about
He
that a
makes
lot.
the call, makes the market.
What do you know, guys? A broken clock is right twice a day. Words of wisdom coming out of Mike Malyak. This man says, don't you think it's only successful because you guys are making it a thing? You're quite literally manipulating the market with a limited supply, buying everything up and pumping up the price?
No, because bro, there's 10,000 punks, and there's only like 30 of us in the call. We can only own and do so much. There's still an entire market that's gonna happen.
I mean, that logic is just completely skewed because you quite literally are setting the new standard for what these things are worth.
Like, Logan, I promise you, like, I know you. You're a smart kid. If you play this right, like I know you can, like you do with Pokemon, the NFT industry, you can make $250 million. And I go,
How do you not like perk up?
how is this? But he's never wrong, right? So that's where I started.
Yeah.
And then, bro, the other day, I got the idea.
Yeah.
Of course, rusty cogs are turning in Logan Paul's head, thinking, how can I squeeze as much juice out of the next thing, right? And guess what he came up with? Crypto Zoo. A downright disgrace. A sad excuse for a project designed to do exactly what I just said. Milk it until it's dry, okay? And everyone else is just left holding a bag because they can't think for themselves.
I had the most revolutionary, monumental piece of IP in my head, and I've been I can't sleep for the past like
Interesting.
2
so
days.
like for making your own version of punk?
This man couldn't sleep at night, as he so eloquently said, because he photoshopped a nose onto an elephant. Stock photos, too. He didn't hire a photographer to go out and take unique pictures of different animals for CryptoZoo. He quite literally bought or didn't buy the licenses to Adobe stock images and photoshopped them in a matter of hours, okay? This comment right here just sums up this market manipulation minigame that all these people are playing. A was frantically buying a particular stock. B asked why he bought it. A said because C advised me to. So B asked C. C told me because D advised. B asked D. D told me because E advised. B asked E. E told me because F was buying. B asked F. F said, I needed buyers to book profits and exit. Listen to me when I say this. The SEC will come knocking. May not be for another year, maybe 2 years, maybe 10 years from now. They're going to want their money. They're going to look at the blockchain and see that it, in fact, doesn't lie and that everything is recorded. And they're going to have an absolute field day. The NFT space, this cryptocurrency pump and dump scheme phenomenon, is going to be a bloodbath, and your favorite influencers may be the spearhead of all of this. Now let's take a look at VeeFriends, Gary Vee's NFT project.
Welcome to VeeFriends.com. VeeFriends is an ambitious NFT project.
It's not an ambitious project, and it's really fucking stupid, okay? This man literally doodles on a piece of paper, adds an alliteration adjective like courageous cock, and sells it for thousands upon thousands of dollars. And you may be asking, who's buying them? Probably VaynerMedia, his own team, to artificially inflate this price. And really stupid, gullible people that worship Gary Vee.
They also happen to be a token to a conference that I'm gonna put on every single year called VCon, V Conference.
Oh, sick, dude. I can't wait to buy the Grateful Gar and then attend the VCon.
I'm trying to build a blueprint for everybody that has an audience of how to do a proper NFT project.
VeeFriends is a 10,255 token NFT project consisting of 9,400 admission tokens, 555 gift goats, and 300 access tokens, including many more one-of-ones. You want to see, you guys want to see how much these are selling for, okay? And then ask yourself who's buying them.
I did it. Yep. I bought $75,000 worth of Gary Vaynerchuk's VeeFriends project. I don't really get NFTs yet.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The awesome African civet, 8.22 Ethereum, okay? $39,000. The brilliant Barracuda, that one is spectacular. Look, I mean, look at the artistic integrity in that. 17.75 ETH, $84,000. Independent Inchworm, 19 Ethereum, $90,000. The Poised Pug, $95,000. The Big Game Bandicoot, $104K. These are the floor prices, by the way. These things have different rarities, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon cards, right? Lava, rare, very rare, gold, diamond, epic, hologram. What, are you gonna craft Sulfurous, Hand of Ragnaros? Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker? You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. At the end of the day, I just hope this video makes people more aware of what goes on between influencer circles and how having a lot of money can make you a lot more money when everyone just bands together and, you know, participates in a little bit of market manipulation. Yeah, taking advantage of their audiences that got them there in the first place to make a quick buck and then cash out. It's a beautiful world we live in. I'm also very curious, if we really track down each transaction with VeeFriends, how many of them are wash trades and how many of them are coming from empty wallets to just muddle the mess? You know what I mean? Because if you were to take a look at the Ethereum network, the blockchain, and think of it like a spider web, you just trace one transaction to the next, and at the end of the day, we can really paint a picture of what's going on with these trades. And it's probably not as, how do you say, cut and dry as it appears. I would venture to say that a lot of shady business is going on, because you just can't look at me in the face and tell me that these are actually worth thousands of dollars. I don't buy it, and I never will, so stop.